Okay, so today we are on lesson 10 and we're talking about removing of brackets. And all that you need to know about this topic is very important. Some of the questions involve brackets, and if you don't have the idea, the knowledge about removing the brackets, it becomes very hard. So brackets are just used to group terms together. That's the main reason why brackets are used. And an expression with bracket in it can be replaced by an equivalent one without bracket. This is called removing of brackets or expanding the expression. To remove bracket, we use the distributive law, and I will explain what the distributive law is all about. Okay, so here let's try and then take something here and see how we can actually apply the distributive law perfectly. So here we have an expression like this, and then we want to apply the distributive law. All that we need to do is that we apply 2, we multiply b, 2 multiply c, and then 2 will multiply d. That's what we're talking about, the distributive law. So when 2 multiply b, we have 2b minus 2 multiply c, get 2c plus 2 multiply d, and we get 2d. This is all about the distributive property or the distributive law. When I have something like, let's say, a and have b plus d, all that I'm doing is that I just want to use the outside, the number outside the bracket, to multiply the numbers inside the bracket. So a will multiply b, and the a also multiply d. So get a b plus a d, like this. So let's move on and see how far we can take some examples. So actually this one is a question that I already solved, but I want us to go over and see the processes that I used to come up with these answers. So let me remove this one so we can all start together, be on the same level so that we can all solve it together. Okay, so this is a question, and it's 4 bracket open x plus 1 bracket close plus 2 bracket open 2x plus 1 bracket close. So all that we need to do is that we need to know how to simplify this or open this bracket. We use the 4 to multiply the first x, the first number in the bracket, and we use 4 to multiply the 1. We come to the second bracket, we use 2 to multiply the 2x, and we use the 2 to multiply the 1 here. So 4 times x will give us 4x, plus 4 times 1 will give us 4, plus 2 times 2x will give us 4x, plus 2 times 1 will give us 2. So let's try and then simplify this expression, and we have 4x plus 4x plus 4 and then plus 2. So 4x plus 4x will give us 8x, plus 2 plus 4 will give us 6, and this is how this solution will be. Let's move on to next question and see how we can solve this question. Okay, I've solved it already, but let's all start together and see how best we can also solve this one. Okay, so we have minus 3 bracket open 2x minus 4, and I told you earlier on that we be careful of how we use negative number 2 when we are expanding our brackets. So here too, the negative 3 will be operated on the 2x, and negative 3 will be operated on the 4 here. So negative 3 times 2x will give us minus 6x, and the negative 3 on negative 4 will turn to plus 12, and this is our answer. We are moving on to the next one, and it's example 2 that we are solving. And with this one, I'll just go straight away and explain how I got these answers. Okay, what you do is that we have the question at 2, 5a, 5a here plus 2 bracket open 2a minus 3 bracket close plus 4. So we just need to write our 5a here. We're not doing anything to it, but we multiply the 2 which is outside here 2 by the first number in a bracket which is 2a, and we get 4a here. We use the 2 outside the bracket to multiply the minus 3, and we get minus 6 here. Okay, and we bring our plus sign which is over here, plus, and then add the 4 to it, so we get plus 4 here. Okay, so all that we need to do is that let's simplify our expression, and then 5a here. Okay, let me use another ink so that you see the difference here. 5a here plus 4a here will give us 9a, and then negative 6 plus 4 will give us minus 2. So our final answer now becomes 9a minus 2 as this. Okay, so we are continuing to the next example. And this one, the question is 3a bracket open a plus 4ab minus b. And as we explained already, we use the 3a to multiply the first number in a bracket, use the 3a to multiply the second term in a bracket, and use the 3a to multiply the last term. So 3a times a will give us what? 3a square, and 3a times 4ab will give us 12a square b as this. And then 3a multiplied by negative b will give us negative 3ab as this. Now, because there's no like terms here, there's no means that we group like terms, we just write the expression this way, and this is our final answer for this particular expression. So we are moving on to addition and then subtraction of algebraic expression in a fraction form. So addition and subtraction of algebraic expression in a fraction form. So all that we need to know here is very simple. We need to actually understand least common multiple or LCM here in order to solve any fraction, algebraic fraction. So here the fraction have been given, we need to consider the LCM of the denominators. And here the denominators are 2. Here 3 and then 2. And then the LCM here is of the denominators is 6. So we use 6 to solve this type of expression. So let's move on and see how we can solve it. So we talk about LCM. The LCM is 6. So write the 6 here. And then 6 divided by 3 is 2. So that 2 you use to multiply the numerator of the first fraction. So 2 here is multiplying the numerator, and we have the whole of this. Okay, we bring the operation sign here, which is plus, we bring it here. Okay, and then 6 being the LCM, divide by 2, that the denominator of the second fraction, we get 3, and we to multiply the numerator of the second fraction, and it becomes 3 times 3a. Okay, so we expand the bracket. 2 times a minus b will give us 2a minus 2b, and then 3a times 3a will give us 9a, like this. So we just simplify the expression, 2a minus 2b plus 9a, and we give us 11a minus 2b all over 6. Perfect. Okay, so this is our final solution. So after the simplification, we have 11a minus 2b all over 6. Okay, we are moving on to take another example here, and this one we have the numerators being 3 and then 2, and the LCM is 6. So 6 divided by the denominator of the first fraction, which is 3, 6 divided by 3 will give us 2, and we use the 2 to multiply the whole of the numerator of the first fraction. So 2 will multiply it here, and then let's expand it. 2 times 2x will give us 4x minus 2 times 1 will give us 2. So bring our operation sign, which is minus here, and then 6 divided by 2 is 3, and we use that 3 to multiply our numerator of the second fraction, and it will be 3 into bracket x plus 3. So let's expand the bracket. 2 times 2x will give us 4x here. 2 times minus 1 will give us minus 2 here. Minus 3 times x will give us minus 3x here. And then minus 3 times 3 will give us minus 9 here. Perfect. So let's group like terms. Minus 4x minus 3 will give us x. And then minus 2 minus 9 will give us minus 11. And we have our final answer as x minus 11 all over 6. Okay, so let's continue to multiplication and division of algebraic expression. Very easy here. All that we need to do is that we multiply the numerators separately and multiply the denominators separately. So in multiplying, we multiply the numerator, so me a will multiply x. So we have it here, a times x. And then y, b will multiply the y and have it here, b times y. So a times y can be written as ax, a times x can be written as ax, and then b times y can be written as by here. Okay, more examples here. Another one is here. So here we have 2x over 4 times 4y over 5. And all that we need to do is to multiply the numerator by the numerator here. So 2x times 4y give us 4xy here. Okay, and then 4 times 5 give us 20 here. All that we need to do, we simplify the expression, and then we can see that 4 goes into 8 2 times, so 2xy here, and 4 goes into 25 times at that place. Let's take more example here. And then here is a very good example. Let's start fresh and then see how we can go by this and then solve it all together. Okay, so here we have a question, and the question is 12xy all over 7 times 14x all over 20. Okay, so all that we need to do is that because I'm multiplying the numerator by the numerator and the denominator by the denominator, it's very good that we simplify this expression before we continue. So 7 goes to the 7 one time, and 7 goes to 14 two times. Okay, and then here we can say that, okay, 4 goes into 12 3 times, and 4 goes into 5 25 times. So we can break it down here, and then we have 3xy, so you can write my 3xy all over 1 here times, here have been reduced, 14x have been reduced to 2x. I write it here all over 5. And all that I need to do is, let's multiply the numerator by the numerator and the numerator by the numerator. So 3xy times 2x will give me 6x squared y all over 5, like this. And this is our final our final answer. Sorry. So let's take our last example and see how far we can go. So that this one, I've done a lot of rough work here, and then we need to get back and then erase everything so that we can all solve it together and know how we started before getting here, so that we all understand. Okay, so we have a question like this, and then we are finding ways of solving it, and it's very easy if only we understand and we go by the methods. When you see a question like this, it's very, very, very good that we understand how we factorize certain things so that we get some of the elements be common, so that we can cancel out to make our expression very simple. So here it's very good that we factorize 6x squared plus 2xy, and to factorize we can see that a number which can divide 2xy and then 6x square. And you can get that is 2. 6, 2x is very good, can do that. And then 2x into 6x square, we get 3x. Perfect. Plus 2x into 2xy, we'll leave it y here. Okay. Y. It's like I've written it too large, so let's remove it and write it small. Okay. So have okay. All right. Okay, 2x here and have 3x plus y. Okay, this okay now. All over 5z times 15z square all over 3x plus y. Please, you can look at something here. You can see that this and this are the same, so they can cancel out. There can be a cancellation, so this one can cancel this one out. So now our expression will be reduced now to 2x all over 5z times 15z square over 1. Okay, so look at this very well. And then 5 can also go to itself 1. 5 can go into itself 1 time, and then z can go into itself 1. 5 can go to 15 3 times, and z can go into z square, just z time. Okay, z square divided by z, you get z. All right, so now our expression has now been changed to 2x over 1 times 3z over 1, and then when express it, we get this as our final answer. Thank you.